Yeah, I'm so tired. Oh my goodness. The good news is I took a shower. The bad news is my hair's wet, so not fun. Let's share this on Twitter because that's what we do when we live stream. And let's see, can I share it on the correct Facebook? It's being slow to upload. Post to Facebook, but I don't want it to post there. Can I? Yeah, I can't change it. Not worth it. That's okay. Leave. So what we're going to do is to celebrate my hard work. We are going to have a nice cold beer. It's a Christmas ale. Fits perfectly in the season of Christmas beers. So we're going to open this up. And while we drink it, we're also going to do some revisions and troubleshooting for the day. Because if you watched the live streams, which you couldn't watch the first one because I had it set on private, so that wasn't fun. Hazel, where can I put this? We're just gonna put this here because I'm tired. Ooh, it's a small bottle, so it can go here. Awesome, I needed more small bottles. Okay, yeah, so it was on private, the first one, and then I realized, I think halfway through the second one, that one was on private. So that's something to keep in mind for tomorrow, and I don't know how to fix it so that it just automatically goes public. And that would just take time, and I don't have time. Okay, so let's do a little beer review. It's brown, obviously. It's a Brown Belgian Ale. Ooh, this smells so nice. I'm gonna be so disappointed if it doesn't taste good because I need something that tastes good. It smells sweet. I wish there was smell-o-vision because it does. It smells incredible. So, what's the word? Gesundheit. Oh, this is perfect. Round of applause. You know, I see this beer all the time when I go grocery shopping because it has a very distinctive artwork on it. I like this. And I saw it the last time I went grocery shopping and I almost picked it up. And I was thinking, no, I have so much beer that I need to get through. I'm not going to pick it up. And it turns out I already got it. And I sort of feel bad for not picking it up because this is delicious. I wouldn't mind having more than one. So, the good news is that I finally found an overview for the product development. So I know that there should be 7 lessons or whatever we're going to call them. Sessions, I don't know. So I can make a card. So I want to do that. And then I also would like to work on making some more flashcards for the account numbers for accounting. And I'm gonna drink beer, and hopefully the beer will keep me from freaking the heck out. Because I know it's just day 1, and I was expecting day 1 to be very slow. Because what I should have done is gotten all my materials together and figured this out before, but I didn't. Because I was going to classes. When were we supposed to do it? We had to study for classes. And the thing that's really freaking me out is that I know that for like the last couple classes, I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been, so I really don't know how to do the graph. And I really don't know how to do the beginning of a lot of the classes. So like the only one that I feel comfortable with is international trade and payment procedures. And part of that's because we had that test in November. So I know most of chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's just a matter of doing the cases and figuring out how to do that. Excel. Well, I think the problem with Word and Excel is that they're not difficult. It's just a lot of fighting with your computer. So, for example, I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure out how I could get the currency symbol to go at the end of the number instead of at the beginning. And I couldn't figure it out. And it turns out that the reason why it was coming at the beginning is because I was using dollars. And if I had used euros, it would have came at the end. So that's just time wasted. And there's so much that I need to learn for German. All this, a whole card. And I did the classifications and that's it. I'm trying not to worry too much about this class because it's a full-term class. So technically I can fail it. And as long as I do really well at the end of the year, I'll be okay. But then that means I have to do really well. So I prefer not to fail, but we'll see what happens. Business office is the same. International commercial law. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I never paid attention during that class, but I think if I just make flashcards, I should be good. And then accounting, I need to focus on the exercises. I know that, but I'm also thinking long term because this is a full term course. And I know that we need to know the account number. So even though making the flashcards for the accounts takes time, I think in the long run, it's gonna pay off. So hopefully I'm right about that. There's only 14 days left. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All right, how did I set this up for chapters, grammar, word basics? Okay, I think I'll just do like that. Okay. So this is going to be product development. And innovation. And I really don't think that he follows the book. How do you spell innovation? Is it with 2 N's? Innovation. I'm going to spell it with 2 N's. Because one of the sample questions that he gave us was explain the various concepts and it's shopping goods. And I don't remember what that is, but we have to give a clear and full definition, plus which other types of product categories do you know? Explain the categories, which elements and factors are in the basis of this categorization of products. And I don't know that. So I did a search in the course book that he's supposed to follow. And I did product categorization, product category, and it's not in the book. So it has to be in his slides. So I'm thinking it might be better to focus on the slides instead of the book. Because as I was taking flashcards, I realized there are a lot of things that I don't recall learning in class, and I actually paid attention in those classes. Okay, so part of me just wants to print this out because I'm being lazy. Maybe I'll just save it. I'm so sleepy right now. Oh, it's so bad. I took a shower because I was hoping that that would wake me up. And it did for like a whole 2 seconds. And now I'm just like, I can't be bothered. I really, I should do this. I should make the flashcards. Maybe I should just have a beer and relax. We can do that. Have a nice chat. This is a delightful beer. It has a very soft finish. It's almost like water. So good. I'm just going to put this to the side. That can be something that I do in the morning. I was thinking that I wanted to attempt to get up earlier, but I'm not a morning person. And I remember struggling this morning to do stuff, and it wasn't working. And I think the issue for the reason why I'm tired now is that I had a really difficult time going to bed last night. It's like I was tired before I went to bed, and then I got into bed, and then my brain was just going a mile a minute. Do you guys ever have that? It's always really weird for me. I do that backwards thing where I go to bed awake and then I wake up tired. So that's not how sleep's supposed to work. I was feeling so motivated like 5 minutes ago, but I want to drink my beer. I think I'll drink my beer and then I'll go. I think I'll go upstairs, maybe do some writing, play my little game for a little bit, and then I'll just go to bed at 9. I think that's a plan. And then maybe I'll get up extra early and I can catch up on stuff. This is so delicious. It almost makes the whole day worth it. Oh, I really screwed myself over with the whole studying thing. Well, at least I know for the second semester, and even if I fail, which I don't think I will because I'm doing what I need to do, I'm still studying, so hopefully I won't. I learned my lesson, and the nice thing about the next semester is that I have classes all in the morning, and then I have the afternoons off, so I will have loads of time to study with the exception of Tuesday. When do I finish? I think I finish at 3. Man, this is intense though. Studying for 8 hours. And the sad thing is that I'm technically supposed to be studying for another 2 because I had it in here for 2 hours. From 8 to 10, I'm supposed to be troubleshooting and like dealing with issues that I had throughout the day, but that's just not gonna happen because, yeah, I'm gonna end up changing my schedule. I know I am. Because realistically, for the exams in January, they all start at, when do they start? They start at 8:30, which means I'll need to get up at 6 and probably leave at like 6:45 to get there just before 8 so that I have ample time to go to the bathroom, go get my parking validation and all that. And I don't want to screw up my sleeping schedule, so it would be more beneficial for me to actually keep getting up at 6. But if I'm going to do that, I need to be in bed by 10. And realistically, I don't think it would do much of a difference because I wouldn't be able to start till 8, I think. Because right now it's really simple because it's the weekend and Prince Charming is here to help with the children. But on Monday he goes to work, and Monday, Tuesday, and I think Wednesday, I'll be alone with the kids. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works. I hope it goes well. Well, I shouldn't even say that because I feel like today went really well. I know I'm really tired, but I'm very pleased with myself and how much I actually did study. It's a lot slower than what I anticipated, but I think that's because I think it's mostly because I just didn't have things prepared. But now that things are prepared, and I keep telling myself that I actually have more days that I can do stuff. So I gave myself this stupid time slot of finishing everything in 10 days, but I have more than that. Because according to the school, by the time we hit January, we should be in reviews. Oh, goodness. I have so many things that I'm studying. I don't think I can highlight your comment here. No, I can't. I could if I was in the other thing. But no, it's business management and entrepreneurship. So I have 8 courses, technically 9. Communication, which I'm not really studying for. Introduction to marketing. International trade and payment procedures. Excel. German. Business office skills, which most of that's just Word, international commercial law, accounting, and product development and innovation. And the sad part is that some of my teachers actually gave like little bundles for the exams, not all of them, because only some of my teachers are thoughtful like that. And no, it's just a BA. I'm getting my bachelor's. It's a bachelor's of business management and entrepreneurship. By the end of it, I should have a broad enough knowledge of how to start a business. I will have started a business because that's part of our bachelor thesis, except it's not really a thesis. It's a creative business project, and there's an internship. So I'll also have work experience. If you're interested, I actually did a video yesterday with my accounting professor, who also is the coordinator of the English program and the Dutch program for Vives Kortrijk, which is the school that I go to. But Vives doesn't, Vives, whatever it's called, they don't do masters. I'd have to go to Ghent or Leuven or some other school. And Kortrijk is already really far. So, oh, bachelors, I see. No wonder you have so many classes. Okay. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. But I think, oh no, because I think it's all the same classes where we have like 9. But no, it's really intense right now because I'm sort of used to midterms where we have a whole bunch of classes that are over the year. And so you're only studying for like half the year. And so you can do sort of poorly on the test and it won't really affect your grade because you have the rest of the year to bring it up. Except that 6 out of my 10 classes are they're only a semester. So I have 6 finals and 4 midterms. And technically, I finished the 1 midterm already because it was a small little paper. The communication is also a midterm, but you can't really study for that, and it's pretty easy. Bunny ears of death. I think my speaking in front of the camera and doing all the YouTube stuff has helped with my ability to present myself in a way that I'm not worried about the communication midterm. Then there's just accounting and German, and German is a pain because it's a A1 level class, and we just skipped A0, so there's so much stuff I don't know. For the test, we have to have a whole bunch of vocab from 2 chapters, And each chapter has 5 sections, and I'll say, I think each section has like 50 words or so. So that's a lot. I think that would be what, 500 words just from those 2 chapters. Then there's probably about 200 verbs that we need to know in 4 tenses. There's also going to be a text that we have to read, and I can't read in German. And we have to answer questions about it, which I can't do yet. I can't do yet. That's important. And then there are translations. And the teacher is going to allow me to do that part in English to German instead of Dutch to German. So hopefully that will go much better than what it was before, because I swear most of the times I was trying to translate the Dutch into English and then the English into German, and it just wasn't working because I couldn't translate the German or not the German, but the Dutch into English, because my Dutch is not that good. It's not good enough to take a class. Well, I shouldn't say that, because I have taken classes in Dutch before, but I haven't taken a language course in Dutch before, and it's a bit more difficult than I anticipated. So we're gonna have to see what happens. Hopefully I'll just get 10s on everything. That's what we're aiming for, guys. We're aiming for 10. We're not aiming for anything higher than that, just passing, so that I don't have to retake the tests during the summer. That's what we're hoping for. And then if I have to repeat some classes, then that's what's going to happen. We're going to try our best, though. Hazel, this was delicious. Holy crap. It was a perfect mixture of sweet and bitter, and it was very subtle. I heard that you only speak French and German over there. Is that true? Well, in Belgium, they speak Dutch and French. Those are the majority languages. I think it's like 60%. Don't quote me on the quotes, though. I think it's like 60% Dutch and 40% French. And then there's like 0.1% German in the little corner, some wherever west is. But I live on the Dutch side, and people speak Dutch here, but they also speak English, so that's great for me, but it's also bad because I'm not learning Dutch as quickly as I learned French when I was living in France. Today was a long day. It's amazing how beer can just make the world a better place. I'm so happy. The scary thing is that was 8.1% ABV, and normally with the 8%, those go to my head, and I feel like I'm building up a tolerance because I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling relaxed and chill and calm, which is what I wanted, because oh my goodness. It's only day 1 and I'm still stressed. Why do I do that to myself? I don't know. There's no reason to stress. There are 14 days left, plus all the days in January. I'll do well. I know I will, because I'm studious. Plus, I have so many ways to bribe me, and I'm telling you it worked, because I'm only allowed to have my bribes if I have a positive attitude and I try my best. And now I'm like letting all the negativity out. Because I'm freaking out because everything's so hard. It's just, it seems like there's so much information to get through. Is that beer some sort of seasonal special? I have this one. It is a Corsendonk Christmas Ale. I really enjoyed it. I got it on a whim. It was really nice, and I don't think it's a proper brewery because it says brewed for the Corsendonk Brewery, so it's probably brewed by somebody else, but whoever does brew it for them did an excellent job. I also like this little, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but that little thing right there is super cool, and of course it's not going to focus because that would just be too nice camera. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I have a bunch of Christmas and winter beers right now because 'tis the season. And that's the one thing that I really like about Belgium is that there are all these seasonal beers. And when I first moved here, I discovered the Christmas beers. And now that I've been here for a while, I discovered that there aren't just Christmas beers. There are Christmas and winter beers. There are spring beers. There are fall beers. There are summer beers. And they properly say like summer or winter. So my goal is to try all the Belgian beers. If I do that, I'm going to need more space to showcase all my beer bottles. Or maybe someday I won't be lazy and I'll actually take them down to the recycling. And then I'll be so rich because I think you get something like 20 or 30 cents per bottle. And so I should have, I don't know, I cannot math right now. Where's my calculator? Oh, my brain is just no. So if we have 10 cents times, I think I should have like 130 now. Oh, I have 13 euros. That could buy me maybe like 4 beers. Or if I went sort of cheaper end, 6. That's sad now that I think about it. Oh, why is beer so expensive? I mean, I guess if I really wanted to save money, I could always drink Cara pills, but I don't think I'd ever be that desperate. That really was the worst tasting beer in all of Belgium. Oh my goodness, I really, like, that's leaving, even though I'm, my brain is working faster than my mouth. Even though I'm drinking water, and I'm mostly doing that because you should always drink water after you drink alcohol, especially if you're doing so at night because it prevents a hangover the next day. There's this lingering mouthfeel and aftertaste on my tongue, and it's this bittersweet flavor just dancing over it, and it tastes delicious. That was awesome. That is definitely a beer that if I see it in a restaurant, I'd probably get it again. The only thing is that it's not very Christmassy. That's I sort of wonder if in Belgium they just do the Christmas and seasonal beers in general as a marketing ploy to change up their beers and just give them a different label and say, hey, this is the Christmas version. I don't know, or it could also be that it's just a cultural difference and my perceptions of a Christmas flavor are different. That's probably the case because in Belgium, you guys don't know how to drink, or not drink, but eat applesauce. Well, guys, I'm going to say that's what I have for you guys tonight. I didn't actually do what I was planning on doing because I'm tired. I did write product development and innovation, so that's one less thing I'll have to do tomorrow. I didn't make my flashcards, but what I am going to do, I'm going to clean up here, prepare for tomorrow. Oh, by the way, here's the bottle cap. It's blue. This is a pretty blue. And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m. when we start this whole study process again with a nice, wonderful cup of coffee, and then a nice, delicious mini Cuberdon. So if you guys want to see me study and realize just how much I talk to myself, be sure to come back tomorrow morning. And if you missed that one, I'll be on again in the afternoon. And if you missed that one, there'll be a third session where I try another beer. Thanks for joining me, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Totes zines, my apple zines.